right, Brian, so let's jump into the first one. This one is decision number one. I'm going to give you credit for this one, although I had a similar experience. You said saving $100 a month. What's the story there? What was the decision that was made?
Oh, Mr. Morrow in that economics class wasn't even part of the curriculum, but Mr. Morrow walked in one day, and I don't know if this was out of his own financial regret or if he just learned the power of compounding growth, but he walked in one day and said, guys, if every one of you would just save and invest $100 a month, you'd be a millionaire by the time you retired. And I remember going, whoa, what are you talking about? And you guys know we have a wealth multiplier. If you go to moneyguy.com/resources, that will show you exactly what every dollar in your army of dollar bills has the potential to become. And that's exactly what Mr. Morrow was talking about. $100 a month really can change your life.
Well, I think when you and I were talking pre-show, you said, here's the reason why this was so big. What this did for me is it got me started. It got me to make that first step. And that's so true about a lot of things in our lives. If we want to see meaningful change, whether it's working out or paying off debt or some task that maybe you don't want to do, if you can just make that first small step, if you can make that first inch forward, it's amazing how you can build up momentum. And for you on your wealth building journey, it was recognizing that first $100. It got you started moving in that direction.
It's almost like if you can give me a little bit, just a little bit of discipline, a little bit today, you can have that great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And we have a case study to kind of highlight this.
Yeah, so let's think about three different savers. Let's think about Alvin, who's the go-getter. Let's think about Simon, who's the late bloomer. And then let's think about Theodore, the consistent.
Okay, give everybody a moment to process those names, because when we were doing show prep, I was like, guys, don't go through this slide too fast because I had too many positive things flood my mind. Okay, now we can go through the case study.
All right, so Alvin, he's the go-getter. He decides he's going to invest from ages 20 to 30. And he's going to invest $500 every month from the time he turns 20 until the time he turns 30. And then he's going to stop. Well, then you're going to have Simon, the late bloomer, and he says, you know what, I'm going to enjoy my 20s, and I'm not going to start saving until I'm 30, but I'm going to do it all the way until I'm 60. So I'm going to save for a nice long time. And then there's Theodore, who says, you know what, I could probably do both of those. What's it look like if I start at 20 and I just keep saving? And these three, they do not save more. They save the same dollar amount every single month for their entire savings career. Well, how does this actually play out? Well, if we look at Alvin, you can see that over his lifetime, he only invested $60,000. And he only did it for 10 years. $500 a month for 10 years, $60,000. But by the time he got to retirement, when he got out into his 60s, his portfolio was worth over $1 million.
Hey, before you kind of start showing, comparing and contrasting, I want people to notice a very beautiful thing about compounding growth. Do you realize when you see $60,000 could turn into $1 million, 7 figures of wealth, 94% of that is going to come from just the growth in the account. Not your contributions. Those were the starting point, but the building upon itself, 94% of the account value is actually the growth. That's powerful stuff.
So if Alvin looked that good, surely Simon's has to look better because he saved so much more money. Remember, he started saving at 30 all the way out till age 60. Well, here's what Simon did. Simon actually invested a total of $180,000. That's 3 times more than Alvin. But when he got to retirement, when he got to financial independence, his portfolio was only, air quotes, worth $745,000.
Wow.
So he saved 3 times as much, but ended up with $250,000 less.
It's almost like when I talked about the 3 ingredients to wealth building, when we talk about the discipline that actually creates the margin that leads to having the money, that's the second ingredient. The most powerful of the 3 ingredients, though, is time. Time is your friend. That's why do not sleep on the wealth multiplier. Moneyguy.com/resources. You can see what $1 can become for you. But Bo, wait, there's more.
Let's check out Theodore. What did Theodore do? He started saving at 20 and saved all the way out until age 60. And what you can see is that Theodore invested the most. He invested $240,000, but he was consistent. So by the time he got to retirement, his portfolio was worth $1.75 million, almost a multi-millionaire by only saving $500 a month. So if you can figure this out early and you can start early and you can be consistent, the future is yours. You can be like Theodore.
So let's summarize this case study and talk about what you can do if you are applying this to your financial life. Bo, the first thing is the best time to invest was, of course, yesterday or last year. But you know what? The next best time? right now today. Give me a little bit of today for that great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Do something today.
I love it. That's exactly the second point. Just do something. Maybe you can't save 25% like we say. Maybe you can't even max out your Roth IRA yet, but I bet you can invest $20 or $50 or $100 a month, and just doing something will start that snowball rolling down the hill to give you the needed momentum to turn into a financial mutant. So just do something and do it today.
And then I love, because this is what Theodore really maximized, always be buying. If you can automate the wealth building process, you actually create an inevitable wealth opportunity. If you can make the easy habits, or the good habits, I should say, as easy as possible, that is going to make this even more consistent and possible and probable for you as a financial mutant.